So this was on Epoch Times. I only got about 15 minutes through it. Like, talk about such the con job here. Civil discord. Yeah, the dangers of AI, a conversation across political aisles. Yeah. So get this, though. What they did say is that I guess there in Washington, those people that are supposedly, we're the boss of them. Well, they're having behind closed door hearings about AI. Behind closed doors hearings. How many bosses do you know where, like, I know that there's employees that'll do things behind their boss's back, but they're not like open about it, about, hey, we're doing shit behind your back. We're supposed to be why can't these people get, they bring this stuff on the heels that, well, we have to regulate. Like, stop your regulating. Whatever happens with AI, oh well. I think that it's being used as a way to fearmonger. Clearly, yes, they can make deep fakes. We know this from movies. I mean, the green screen, all different things they can do. Okay, but to regulate, the problem is you people regulate too much, and who you regulate is the people. And when you're doing something behind the people's back, well, that tells me that you're colluding. Because whenever I don't care about the whole, well, it's about classified documents. I can't talk about that in a hearing. Then that's not an agency that should be working for I mean, really. It could be, then change the Constitution. Stop trying to tell the people that you're stop saying that, because we're not. Okay? And yet we have a bunch of people, I don't care on the left and the right, I don't care what side, that think that they that rule over us. That's what they do. And then they get on the news, whatever news you watch, and they tell you what you want to hear. They do nothing, though, to advance humanity. Like, they do. And globalism doesn't advance humanity. You don't put the very people that want AI to run the world, or want to do behind closed door hearings about AI, you don't put them in charge of being of anything, okay? Because they're tyrants. That's being tyrants. Yet these people talk about it, how we do need some regulation with AI. You know what? AI should have, we are not a mature enough, emotionally mature enough country, and I would say even world, that we should even have AI. But, somebody back in the day got it in their head that, the military industrial complex, no, we'll do this and we'll make a stronger military. Yeah, it's as bad as the science and their Jekyll and Hyde, let's do gain of function shit. So yet the people, the representatives on the left and the right there, they aren't serving you. They are not. Even if at this moment you don't realize it. They are. Even if you think they're not. They serve their pocketbooks. They do things behind the American people's back. I mean, if we're at war, which in many ways we are, but if we're at war, then fine. I get that you can't disclose things. But then don't have your hearings. Because no hearings should be done unless the American people are at the table. Because I'll tell you who's at the table. It's the lobbyists of science, technology, all these different industries, the same people that have gotten us to this place where they care more about AI than they care about human beings. And yet what they do is they say, no, AI is going to help human beings. And then they'll bring some examples of how that's true. And then people will be stupid enough not to look beyond that and realize, no, we are not a country that is mature, balanced, or has strong people in Congress or the House, or obviously in the White House, that AI can even be trusted. Yet they continue down this path. Every time the politicians, no matter when, 10 years ago, whenever, start deciding that they're going to help the people, what they do is screw over the people. They do. And this AI thing is out of control. And yet then they had to say this is the oldest one in the book too. They said we have to do this because otherwise China and Russia will advance past us in AI, and we can't have that happen. No, you know what? I'm okay with that. I am. I'm okay with that. Because that's always the excuse they use to do the most god-awful things. I mean, that's really the excuse that's given for gain of function. And then what goes on to happen? Oh, we have avian flu, we have bird flu, we have chicken flu, we have, bat flu, we have COVID. I mean, yeah, everything they want to do that's supposedly about protecting America and going to advance us ends up, it ends up hurting so many people. And I think the biggest part of the problem is, there's still this focus by the media because they themselves are under mass formation that they think we need to go to experts, okay? Think about the way the world would be without experts. Seriously, without the higher if you never had universities, I've thought about this. You may think, oh, we would just be a stupid society. No, because of experts, they've dumbed down society. They have, which was exactly what their role was to do. But if honestly, you wouldn't have people that are in mass formation. You wouldn't have people that are socially engineered if the university ceases to exist. So the universities are coming under a lot of fire right now, but they're not coming under fire for all the things they should. So they're coming under fire because of all the racist students they've created and all the racist professors that we have in the universities. Is that an expert to you? No. But they have a ton of degrees. That is not an expert. If you can't even recognize your own racism, then what did you learn? You sat in a classroom for what, 10 years, 20, I don't know, and think that you're so high and mighty, and really what you should have been learning about is yourself, so you would recognize the world around you. But yeah, they'll never hear that. But they've created a bunch of students that are racist. The very people that want to tell us, the very people that are responsible for diversity, inclusion, equity. Actually, it comes from your communist manifesto, really. That should have been the red flag to the professors, but then many of those professors are communists. They're not right up here. Anybody that makes any excuse to support communism, even socialism, they've just pulled a bunch of kids in with socialism. It's just the jumping board to get you to communism. Even if it takes years, they'll eventually, that's where it will go. But we shouldn't, the universities shouldn't be behind closed doors with our Congress. Yeah, why doesn't, and I know they won't do it, the Democrats, Republicans, they don't care. So, but then stop, I'd like the media to stop carrying on about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I mean, none of that shit matters to any of these universities. The universities have secret societies within them that were there long before the pro-Palestinian groups. Yes, Skull and Bones is just one many people have heard of. But most of your Ivy League universities and others have dark secret societies that were there before the founding of our country. That's where the problem is, the root of the problem. And what do the Democrats and Republicans continue to serve? They serve all the jackasses from the universities.